What if everything you've been told about how reality works is incomplete? What if the anxiety you feel, the limitations you face, and the dreams that seem just out of reach, aren't just random events? What if they are, in a very real, scientific sense, things you are literally attracting? For decades, the concept of the law of attraction has been sold to us as just, think positive thoughts and wealth will rain from the sky. And when it doesn't work, we blame ourselves. But what if the problem isn't you? What if the problem is that you've been trying to manifest without a shield? Today, we're not just talking about positive thinking. We're talking about quantum physics. We're talking about building your own personalized, impenetrable, reality bubble. This is the missing piece. This is the shield method. To understand the solution, we first have to diagnose the problem with absolute clarity. And it starts with a fundamental question: what is reality? Most of us operate from a Newtonian worldview. You know, Sir Isaac Newton. The guy with the apple. That worldview says the universe is a giant, predictable machine. You are a separate object in that machine. You push on the world, and the world pushes back. It's a world of cause and effect, of hard, solid matter. But for over a century, quantum physics has blown that idea to pieces. At the most fundamental level, the universe isn't a collection of solid things. It's a vibrating, dynamic field of energy and potentiality. The famous double-slit experiment proved that subatomic particles exist as waves of probability until they are observed. The act of observation itself collapses that wave into a single, fixed particle. Let me say that again: the act of looking for something creates it as a solid thing. Now, translate that to your life. You are not a passive passenger in a material universe. You are an active participant, a conscious observer, constantly collapsing waves of probability into your specific experience. You are, in a very real sense, creating your reality. So why does it so often feel like you're creating a reality of stress, lack, and frustration? B-roll shifts to scenes of modern anxiety: someone stressed in traffic, checking their phone with a worried look, sitting in a boring meeting, looking at a bank statement and sighing. Host: this is the problem. You are trying to manifest your dream life from a state of chaos and reaction. Every time you scroll through bad news and feel a pang of fear, you are collapsing a probability wave. Every time you get into a heated argument online, you are collapsing a probability wave. Every time you compare yourself to someone else's highlight reel and feel not enough, you are collapsing a probability wave. You are a broadcasting tower, but your signal is all over the place. You're broadcasting on a frequency of "I'm scared, I don't have enough, people can't be trusted." And the quantum field, which is utterly neutral, simply responds, "Your wish is my command." You are trying to build a beautiful mansion, your dream life, but you're doing it in the middle of a hurricane. The winds of external opinion, the rain of bad news, the lightning strikes of other people's negative energy, they keep knocking down your walls before you can even lay the foundation. Host walks back to the center, their expression turning deeply empathetic. Host: I want you to think about Sarah. Sarah is a brilliant graphic designer. She has a vision for her own studio. She visualizes it, she writes down her goals. But she's also constantly plugged in. Her family is negative about her risky career move. Her friends subtly mock her ambitions. She consumes media that tells her the economy is about to collapse. So, every time she tries to focus on her vision, a wave of doubt crashes over her. She's trying to hold a positive thought, but it's like trying to light a single candle in a tornado. The external chaos extinguishes her signal. She ends up feeling like a failure, reinforcing the belief that this manifestation stuff doesn't work. Sound familiar? The problem is not the quantum field. It's not the law of attraction. The problem is a lack of a protective boundary, a filter, between your inner world of creation and the outer world of noise. You need a reality bubble. So, how do we build this bubble? The discovery doesn't come from a single guru or a secret ancient text. It comes from connecting the dots between spirituality and cutting-edge science. Let's talk about two key concepts, quantum decoherence and the observer effect. We already touched on the observer effect. You change the outcome by observing it. But how? Your focus, your attention. Your conscious intention is the force that collapses the probability wave. Now, quantum decoherence is the enemy of clear observation. In the lab, it's what happens when a quantum system, a nice, coherent wave of possibilities, gets bumped into by its environment. This interaction causes it to lose its quantum magic and behave like a boring, classical object. The coherence is lost. It decoheres. B-roll shows a beautiful, coherent laser beam, then it hits a disordered gas and scatters into a messy, incoherent light. Host, your mind is that quantum system. Your clear, coherent intention, I am a successful entrepreneur, I am in a loving relationship, is that beautiful, powerful laser beam. The environment, the 24/7 news cycle, social media algorithms designed to outrage you, the negative coworker, even your own undisciplined thought patterns, is the disordered gas that causes you to decohere. It scatters your laser-like focus into a messy, incoherent jumble of fear and reaction. Spiritual traditions have known this for millennia, they just use different language. They called it, protecting your energy, guarding your heart, or, taking every thought captive. They understood that to connect with the divine, or source, or the universe, you had to create a sacred, quiet space within yourself, a sanctuary from the chaos. The discovery, then, is this: spiritual practice is the technology that prevents quantum decoherence in your mind. When you meditate, you aren't just relaxing. You are practicing the art of maintaining a coherent state of observation in the face of internal mental noise. You are learning to hold your laser beam steady. When you pray with faith, you are broadcasting a powerful, coherent signal of gratitude and petition into the quantum field. When you set a clear intention, you are programming the probability wave you intend to collapse. The shield method is the practical synthesis of this. It's not about hiding from the world. It's about engaging with the world from a place of unshakable inner power. It's about building a reality bubble so strong, so coherent, that the chaos outside cannot penetrate it. Inside this bubble, your observations are clean, your intentions are powerful, and your manifestations become inevitable. Host smiles, a look of, I know this sounds wild, but stay with me. Host, think of Michael, a client of mine. Michael was a people pleaser, constantly drained by his demanding job and family. His reality was one of exhaustion and resentment. He started building his shield not to get rich, but just to survive. He began with tiny moments of coherence, 60 seconds of breathing before checking his phone. Setting an intention for a calm and bounded day before leaving his car for work. Within weeks, he reported something miraculous. His boss's usual tirade seemed to bounce off him. He found himself calmly saying no to unreasonable requests without guilt. He was creating a bubble of peace around himself. And because his internal state was no longer broadcasting, I am a victim, the quantum field responded. He was offered a new, less stressful position he didn't even apply for. His reality had shifted because his point of observation had become coherent. Okay, theory is great, but let's get practical. How do you actually build this thing? The shield method has 3 non-negotiable, daily steps. You don't need to sit on a mountaintop for hours. This is about consistency, not duration. 10 to 15 minutes a day can reprogram your entire reality. Step 1, the vortex of intention, the core programming. This is the fuel for your bubble. Every morning, before you engage with the world, you must define your reality from the inside out. Practical exercise, the 3-6-9 method. As soon as you wake up, before you check your phone, find a quiet space. 3 minutes of gratitude, feel deep, visceral gratitude for 3 things. Not just a list. Feel the warmth of your bed. Feel the gratitude for the breath in your lungs. This shifts your frequency from lack to abundance instantly. It's the most powerful coherence creator we have. 6 minutes of visualization. Now, step into your reality bubble. In your mind's eye, see it as a sphere of brilliant, shimmering light surrounding you. Inside this bubble, everything is exactly as you desire. Feel the emotions of your dream life as if it's happening now. Don't just see the sports car, feel the leather steering wheel, hear the purr of the engine, feel the joy of the open road. This is not daydreaming, this is active programming. You are collapsing the probability wave of your desired future into your present moment. 9 minutes of affirmational command. Now, speak to the field. Use present tense, powerful statements that affirm the reality inside your bubble. I am a magnet for abundance and opportunity. My body is healthy, strong, and vibrant. I am worthy of deep, passionate love. The key is to feel the truth of these statements as you say them. Step 2, the filter of discernment, the bubble's membrane. Your bubble needs a semi-permeable membrane. It keeps out the toxic energy but allows in inspiration, love, and synchronicity. Practical exercise, the mental pause button. Throughout your day, you will be triggered. A negative email. A rude comment. Your job is to install a pause button between the trigger and your reaction. When you feel that spike of anger or anxiety, stop. Take one deep breath. In that moment, ask yourself, does this thought/vibe/person get permission to enter my reality bubble? If the answer is no, you consciously visualize it hitting the shimmering wall of your bubble and dissolving into harmless light. You do not internalize it. You do not let it become part of your observational data. You are the bouncer at the door of your own consciousness. Step 3, the anchor of embodiment, grounding the bubble. A bubble can feel floaty. You have to anchor it in your physical reality. Practical exercise, the heart breath. At least 3 times a day, perhaps at lunch, after work, and before bed, take a 60-second anchor break. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in for 5 seconds. Hold it for 5 seconds, feeling the love and power in your heart. Exhale slowly for 5 seconds. Repeat. This simple act grounds the high vibrational energy of your bubble into your physical body. It tells your nervous system, we are safe. We are in control. We are home. When you practice this method consistently, something profound begins to happen. Your reality bubble stops being a visualization and starts becoming your lived experience. The quantum field, which was once responding to your chaotic signal, now responds to your coherent one. This is where the magic, the real, quantum physics, kicks in. You'll start noticing synchronicities. The right person will call at the right time. You'll stumble upon the exact book you need. An unexpected check will arrive in the mail. This isn't luck. This is your coherent bubble resonating with and attracting matching probability waves from the field. You've tuned your radio to a new station, and you're now hearing the music you always wanted to hear. Your relationships will transform. Because your bubble is charged with self-worth from your daily practice, you will no longer tolerate disrespect or energetic vampires. You will, from a place of calm power, set boundaries that people will instinctively respect. And you will attract people who resonate with the new, confident, peaceful you. Your health can improve. Chronic stress, the ultimate decoherence, melts away inside a strong reality bubble. Your body's innate healing intelligence, which is a quantum system itself, is allowed to function without the constant interference of fight or flight signals. Host, let me tell you about Maria. Maria had struggled with financial scarcity her whole life. She tried affirmations, but they felt like lies. She started the SHIELD method, and for the first 2 weeks, it was a struggle. The old thoughts of, I'll never get ahead, were loud. But she persisted. She built her bubble every morning. She became the bouncer of her mind. One day, during her visualization, she felt a physical sensation of being inside a protective, golden sphere. It was no longer just an idea. A week later, she was at work. Her boss announced a major, stressful project that would normally send her into a tailspin of anxiety. But this time, she felt her bubble around her. The stress was outside. She felt calm inside. She volunteered to lead a small part of it, something she would never have done before. Her calm, confident competence was noticed. Not just by her boss, but by a client visiting the office. 2 months later, that client called her. They had a new position open. They offered her a 40% raise to come work for them. The exact number she had been visualizing inside her bubble. Maria didn't grind her way to a new job. She didn't hustle. She became a coherent point of observation. She held the frequency of calm, capable, and abundant, and the quantum field had no choice but to deliver the matching reality. This is the transformation. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the conscious creator of your experience. Right now, you might be feeling two things. A spark of excitement, and the voice of doubt. The voice that says, "This is too good to be true," or "This is too woo-woo for me," or "I don't have the discipline." I need you to hear me. That voice is the decoherence. That is the very chaos we are learning to shield against. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to prove that voice wrong. Your mission is not just to transform your own life. It's to become a point of coherence in a chaotic world. Think about the ripple effect. When you are calm, you calm others. When you are loving, you inspire love in others. When you are abundant, you show others that abundance is possible. You becoming the best, most powerful version of yourself is not a selfish act. It is a radical service to humanity. You are adding one more coherent signal to the global field. You are making the world a slightly more peaceful, loving, and abundant place, just by the nature of your being. So, here is your call to action. Your mission begins now. First, in the comments below, I want you to declare your intention. Type this exact sentence: "I am now building my reality bubble. My core frequency is your word here." Your word could be peace, abundance, love, power, health. Claim it. This is you planting your flag. You are making a contract with yourself and this community. Second, for the next 7 days, I challenge you to the SHIELD Method Starter Protocol. Morning, 5 minutes total. 2 minutes gratitude, 2 minutes visualization, 1 minute of affirmation. Day, use the mental pause button at least 3 times. Night, 1 60-second heart breath before you sleep. That's it. Less than 10 minutes of active work a day. I want you to come back to this video in 1 week and report what happened. I want to hear your stories. Third, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. Because this is just the beginning. We are going to go deeper. We're going to talk about quantum entanglement in relationships, about the physics of forgiveness, about advanced shielding techniques for empaths. This is a journey, and I want to be your guide. The world is desperate for people who know who they are and what they are capable of. The old paradigm of separation, fear, and scarcity is crumbling. You are the architects of the new one. It starts with a single, coherent intention. It starts with a bubble of light that you build around your heart and mind. It starts today. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Now, go and create a universe. Thank you.